Hey everyone, this is Mr. Reese, and obviously I'm not in my classroom. I'm actually in my home office at home. You can see, I think you can see him. That's Leo right there. He's the coolest cat in the world. He may talk every once in a while, but I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the assignment that is going to be going on today. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, the assignment that we're doing today is going to basically advance what we did yesterday. So, yesterday we talked a lot about what makes up just a civilization in general. But today we're going to be actually talking about the first civilization. And that civilization being in modern day Iraq and in the Middle East area, and that is Mesopotamia, or also called the land between rivers. So when it comes to Mesopotamia, there's a couple of key things that we talked about with the civilization star kit that you will also see here. And there is a small little assignment that goes along with it. So without further ado, let's go over the assignment. All right, so you guys should be in Google Classroom, and there should be an assignment along the lines named The Geography of Mesopotamia. So when you open that up, you're actually going to get to this Google Slides. And before I begin anything that we talk about, imagine that this Google slide is kind of like a sheet of paper that you can draw on, but we're going to be doing it digitally, obviously, because of virtual learning and everything. So when it comes to the geography of Mesopotamia, before we even start labeling things, what I want you to do is that I want you to go to this area that is in the top green, and I want you to actually click down to where you can type an answer. I want you to answer that question that says, what makes this area good for the civilization? And if you need to, go back to your civilization starter kit. I'll give you a hint. Water being everywhere is kind of a big deal. All right. So I will see you guys in 10 seconds and pause the video, and we will come back and kind of talk about it for a little bit. So something really good about this is that there's a lot of bodies of water. Okay, so we see two rivers right at the very center of the whole entire mass, and then on top of that, we also see a lot of other bodies of water, and we'll get into those in a little bit. But after you get done answering that first question, I'm going to have you guys actually go over to the left side where there's a bunch of different things that you're going to have to label. So there are four different things that you will have to label. All right. You'll have to label cities or key places, rivers, areas that are different regions of the area, and also bodies of water. So I'm actually going to start with the most, I want to say difficult thing to do. And that is going to the key places. So on this, I want to ask you to place a dot and a text box labeling those areas. All right. So before you guys get any sort of confused on where do I find this information, I didn't just bold and underline and turn these words blue. If you actually click on them, they go to links to where you can actually search this information. All right, it's pretty good. I even have Google Earth in there as well. But you're going to use that information to actually answer and label all these places along with the rivers, areas, and then the bodies of water. But I want to ask you to place a dot and a text box for each of these cities. All right. So I want to actually do with you. All right. So when it comes to the city of it is actually located on the basically the little point right here where you see the two bodies of water come together to a larger body of water. And so when it comes to this, what I want you to do to place a dot, you're going to have to go up to the part where it says shape. All right, you click on that and then you go to shapes. And then when you go to shapes, you have this circle or this oval that you can make. So you're going to click on that. It's going to give you the crosshairs, okay? Ain't Call of Duty, but you guys catch what I'm trying to get at here. All right, so when it comes to this, you're going to put the crosshairs. You're going to make a nice little circle right here. And it's going to have this little squared box and everything for you. But if you click, it goes away. You can obviously change that, so I'm actually going to change it to black to make it a little bit easier to see. All right, so that's where is, but we do have to label that as well. So when it comes to labeling, I'm actually going to have you guys go to this box that has a T in the middle of it. So you click on that, it's going to give you the crosshairs again. You are going to be creating a text box, all right? So all you have to do there is click and drag, It's going to give you a nice little text box. So I'm going to put right there. Whenever I say by the way, I always think of TikTok of all things because of that one trend that you guys all like doing. All right, so I'm going to move it a little bit closer to that black circle that I made. And look, we're all set right there. All right, so we already have one key city down. All right, let's move on to rivers. All right, all you have to do is place a text box. Pretty easy. All right. So again, you go back to the square with a T in there. You click on it, it gives you the crosshairs, and you're going to place the rivers. You have two options. I want to let you guys in on a secret. One of these is the Tigris, and one of these are the Euphrates. So what you're going to do is that you're going to click and drag like usual. You're going to put Tigris River. And the thing is, like, you can keep it like that, but if you want to get a little bit more fancy, you can click this top little circle here. You can actually move the angle to it so it's actually aligns with the river. All right, so there's that. So a couple things down. All right, let's go to the areas. All right, you're going to bold the words. All right, so again, we're going to go to the text box. So I already know where Judah is. So I'm going to click the text box again. Going to give me the crosshairs. Judah is actually down here. So you're going to click and drag to make another text box. The difference is that you're going to go to this B up here for bold. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to write Judah. Pretty simple. All right. And then finally, the last thing you have to do is go through the bodies of water. All right. So when it comes to the bodies of water, you're going to actually put another text box in the body of water. All right. So again, go up to the text box, click, and drag. This is going to be the Mediterranean Sea. So make sure I spell this right. And look at that. You just click away. And look, you're basically already halfway there. But what I want you to do now, and I want you to pause the video to do this, I want you to label the rest of these areas or these rivers or these cities in the Google Slides. I call these interactive slides, by the way. Again, if you need anything, it is going to be in these links right here. This is Google Earth to kind of give you an idea where it is. But if you really want the information, it's going to be right there. All right. So I'll see you guys in 10 seconds. Starts now. All right. So hopefully you have sat there and actually, done this and finished it and done everything that is needed. All right. So this is where the most important part comes into play. This is where your thinking comes in. So when it comes to this last text box that you're going to answer is about what challenges would civilizations have when settling in this area. So what kind of challenges are going to be they're going to be dealing with. So don't just identify challenges. I want you to explain why they're challenges as well. And that's what it means by the parentheses part where it says identify and explain. But other than that, that is the assignment for today. If you have any questions, please email your teacher, either Mr. Harnu or I, and we'll be happy to go back and talk to you guys about that. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.